Hi, I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. One of the things that you might want to know about is adding income streams to your live events. People ask me about this a lot. How do I add income streams without adding speakers, without adding sales, without making it seem like it turns into, a sell-a-thon? I mean, let's be real. People don't like to go to those, right? One of the great ways to do this is with vendor booths and sponsorship. Great additional income streams for your events that a lot of people simply don't think about. So sponsorship is something that you have to know a little bit about, but it's pretty easy, especially if you go on a local level, to go get somebody to give you $1,000, maybe a few $1,000, $10,000, $20,000 on some of the bigger, with the bigger sponsors who might be willing to give you money. So why would somebody sponsor your event? Well, there are a lot of reasons for access. So let's say you put 100 or 200 people in a room and they happen to be the ideal client of a complimentary service that you've gone to and said, hey, would you like to be the sponsor? So maybe they sponsor a lunch, or they sponsor the continental breakfast in the morning, or they sponsor a coffee break, okay? Could be that they don't necessarily have a thing like that they're sponsoring. They're just an overall event sponsor. Those decisions are completely up to you, and either way it works just great. But imagine if you had a sponsor who gave you, let's say, $2,000 and you had 100 people coming. Well, that would pay for a continental breakfast and some coffee in the morning, right? It would pay for maybe the manuals that you have printed for people, or part of the audio-visual crew, or whatever the things are that you're doing in your event. So it's a way to bring an income stream in so that you don't have to pocket, if you will, all of the expenses from your event. Here's another thing that you can do, vendor tables. So again, find complementary businesses who make sense to be there and see if they would like to have a booth where they can display their things, and it could be a couple $1,000s. I've paid up to $5,000 for a vendor booth at particular areas that I wanted to go to. I've also invested as little as $500 to go and set up my things and be a vendor at somebody else's event. It's a win-win because it gives me access to people that I wouldn't have had access to, and it gives the event planner, or the event promoter, I'm sorry, people that they're accessing, they're allowing their attendees to have access to that they may never have ever known about. So here's the thing, if you're going to have vendor booths at your event, make sure that you give people time to go peruse them and look around and leave their business cards and have conversation with those vendors. There's nothing worse from a vendor perspective or from an attendee perspective to know there are vendors and people there who might be able to help us in our business, but not to really have time at the event to go find out who they are. So encourage people to go, have time specifically for that, and you can utilize both of those strategies, vendor booths and sponsorships, as a great additional revenue stream for all of your live events, as well as other things in your business. But specific to live events, if you want more information about this, just go to www.eventplanningandmarketing.com, and we'll be happy to send that out to you. I'm Diane Conklin. We'll see you next time.